boundaries that I need to set for myself. And I respect and adore so many people, but I gotta do what's best.
For
I
you.
wasn't necessarily happy that I made, but I think that I've done my best. At least I tried.
The truth about the love triangle that had everyone talking is finally out, and it's not what people expected. Imagine being 25 years old, doing well in life, getting Grammy nominations, running a successful beauty brand, and acting in hit shows. Then suddenly, the guy you've dated on and off since your teenage years asks you to marry him. Most people would think it's a perfect love story. But for Selena Gomez, it wasn't that easy. When Justin Bieber proposed, Selena didn't accept. She didn't even hesitate. She said no. And now, after years of silence, she's finally explaining why. Turns out, her decision had nothing to do with old drama, jealousy, or even Justin's past mistakes. It came from something real, something many people can understand. Selena and Justin were once the couple everyone watched. She was the sweet Disney actress with a powerful voice. He was the young star from Canada topping music charts. They looked great together, going out for ice cream, sharing vacation photos, and smiling for the cameras. Fans loved them. But behind those photos, things were different. Selena was quietly battling anxiety and lupus, a serious health issue. Justin was also dealing with his own problems, often in public. They were both young and trying to figure life out while under pressure. They broke up and got back together several times. So when Justin returned to Selena's life in 2017, right after her kidney transplant, many believed they were finally ready to make it work. But it didn't turn out that way. At first, talk of a proposal sounded like a rumor. People online guessed, posted blurry pictures, and searched for signs. But in a 2025 podcast, Selena confirmed it was true. Justin really did propose. She said she believed he meant it, that he genuinely saw a future with her, but she couldn't say yes. Not because she was angry, but because she was finally putting herself first. Selena didn't want to lose who she was just to make a relationship work. It wasn't about payback or causing drama, it was about being honest with herself. She realized that giving all of herself to someone again wasn't something she could do, not even for love. For years, people assumed she was still stuck in the past or hurt over Justin. But when she spoke up, it became clear. This wasn't about blaming anyone. It was about personal growth. She used to sing, "The heart wants what it wants," but now she was also listening to her own mind. She was finally trusting her own judgment. In 2018, Justin married Hailey Baldwin. That brought new questions, with some wondering if his quick marriage was linked to his US residency status. Selena didn't respond to those rumors, but she did say something important. She couldn't commit to something long-term if it came from pressure or fear, not her own and not someone else's. Her honesty connected with people. Everyone has faced pressure at some point, whether in love, work, or life. Choices. Sometimes the strongest decision is the one where you step away, even when it's hard. When the podcast clips spread online, fans supported her. One person wrote, "She didn't say no because of him. She said no because she was protecting herself." That message stuck with people. Many called her strong, confident, and a good example of self-respect. But the biggest surprise came when Hailey Bieber liked a post praising Selena for choosing her own peace. Some saw it as a kind gesture. Others thought it was just a smart move for publicity. Either way, it got people thinking. Maybe this story was never just about a love triangle. Selena's choice wasn't just about rejecting a proposal. It was about realizing that real love shouldn't cost you your identity. In that same podcast, she admitted she didn't want to look back one day and wonder who she could have been if she'd given herself more time. She didn't choose drama, she chose to grow. She chose peace. She chose herself. Behind all the headlines and social media buzz, this story is just about a person making a hard but honest decision. It's about realizing when something doesn't feel right, listening to your gut, and knowing when to walk away, even if everyone expects you to stay. Selena Gomez's choice to say no to Justin Bieber's proposal wasn't some dramatic act or revenge move. It was about peace, about protecting herself, and about finally learning to put herself first. When you care about someone for years, it's not easy to step back, but love should never take away your peace of mind. Whether you're in your 20s or older, her story reminds us that it's possible to care for someone deeply and still choose yourself. That's not giving up. That's wisdom. Selena's come a long way since those years filled with rumors and public drama. Today, she's running Rare Beauty, one of the most successful celebrity brands out there. She's producing award-winning shows and putting out music that feels honest. More than anything though, she looks genuinely happy. And maybe that's the part that matters most. Not who's by your side, but how you feel when you're alone. For anyone dealing with heartbreak, uncertainty, or even just the stress of everyday life, her story is a reminder. You don't need to have all the answers to choose yourself. Selena didn't turn down Justin's proposal out of fear. She did it because she finally respected herself enough to say, I need to focus on me. That kind of strength doesn't have to be loud. It doesn't need to come with a speech. It's quiet, steady, and personal. Sometimes the strongest move you can make is the one that no one sees coming, choosing your own path instead of following someone else's plan. Ask yourself, have you ever felt pressured to say yes to something even though your heart wasn't in it? Maybe it was expected. Maybe it seemed easier than disappointing someone. But deep down, you knew it wasn't right. Selena's story taps into that feeling. If you were in her place, what would you have done? It's not just about celebrity drama. It's about real moments that a lot of people go through. If this reminds you of someone, share it with them. Sometimes just hearing that it's okay to say no can change how someone sees their own situation. Selena's decision to turn down the proposal was a turning point. It wasn't about blaming anyone. It wasn't even about the relationship itself. It was about reaching a place in her life where she couldn't give away her peace again. Not for love, not for anything. She spent years caught between media stories, whether it was her roller coaster past with Justin or being constantly compared to Hailey Baldwin. But beyond all of that, she was a real person trying to figure herself out. From childhood fame on Disney Channel to topping music charts, Selena grew up with the world watching. Her relationship with Justin wasn't just gossip, it was personal. Fans saw their highs and lows. They believed in their story. They wanted it to work. But with all that attention came a lot of pressure, and Selena carried most of it. In 2017, just after she received a kidney transplant, Justin came back into her life. To outsiders, it looked like a fairy tale reunion, like everything had come full circle. But to Selena, something still felt off. She knew the love was real, but the timing wasn't. So when Justin reportedly proposed, she didn't need to think it over. She said no. Not because she didn't love him, but because she finally loved herself enough to know she wasn't ready. In a 2025 podcast, Selena confirmed the longtime rumor. Yes, Justin did propose. And yes, she believed he meant it. But she said she was still healing, still figuring herself out. And she couldn't take on someone else's life when she was still trying to rebuild her own. She didn't want someone to fix her. She didn't need to be rescued. She just wanted to feel whole again. That's something a lot of people struggle with, especially women, who are often told that love will complete them. But Selena rejected that idea. Her decision wasn't based on fear or pressure, it was about knowing herself and realizing that she wasn't ready to give all of herself away. Of course, people had questions. Some wondered if Justin was rushing because of legal reasons. Being Canadian, there were rumors he needed to marry to stay in the US. After marrying Hailey Baldwin, he reportedly applied for a green card through marriage. Was it all just timing? Coincidence? Selena never commented on that part, but she did say something that stood out. I couldn't make a lifetime decision based on someone else's urgency. She didn't point fingers. She just told her truth. That honesty struck a chord with people everywhere. Clips of the podcast went viral. People related. They shared their own stories. One tweet read, "She didn't say no because she didn't love him. She said no because she finally loved herself." That summed it up perfectly. Even Hailey Bieber liked a post praising Selena's choice to heal. Whether it was a sign of mutual respect or just a smart move online, we can't know. But for a moment, it felt like the noise paused. People actually listened. Selena pushed back against the idea that women should always stay, always fix, always be quiet. She didn't. She walked away. And she's not just surviving, she's doing better than ever. Rare Beauty is thriving. Her shows are winning. Her music feels honest. But more than anything, she's calm. She's free. And that's what makes this story so real. Because in the end, it's not about who you fall for. It's about how well you've learned to stand on your own.